Peace, and Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of New Knowledge Radio, place where knowledge is born. This is your host, Knowledge Born Allah, and we got the long-awaited, highly anticipated visual representation of our brother of the struggle, RBG Squad Boss, of Snapping Off, ENT, Midwest Music Monday, of Midwest Music Focus, King James Anti King James 13 Anti-Bully Inc., the man, the myth, the legend, holding it down for the Gary universe. Understand what I'm saying? And we here, honored to have my brother in the building, and we gonna roll with the brother of the struggle, man.
There it is. What's good, big bro? Man, let me get a shout out to my bro. Knowledge born out loud, man. Yes, Suave snapping off entertainment, SNAPNOFFENT, man. Make sure y'all get with it. Putting the whole Midwest on my back till it crack. And that's how we doing it, man. It's 2020. So it is the Midwest Music Mondays, every first and third Mondays on blogtalkradio.com/do the knowledge radio. That's THA, not THE. We got Midwest Music Focus. We got on YouTube. Make sure y'all go over there, subscribe. We got the RBG World League, which is locked up, seemed like forever. Subscribe. Never know what happens. And the RBG AOI World League, where we're not locked up at, and we will be streaming. So make sure y'all go over there. Other than that, support everything snapping off. Music, movies, books, clothing, anything with that stamp on it, and everybody affiliated with it. It's the boy Swab Boss, Gary, Indiana, Ivanhoe Gardens, West Side. Everybody stand up. Fifth Block, Glen Park, EC, Hammond, Dora Miller, Concord, Marshalltown, Etna, Miller, man, everywhere, man. Delaney, and it goes on. Terrytown, Downhill, man, the Valley, man, like the Hood, man. Let's get it all in there. Like this us, man. Stand up for real.
Well, so let's give us the brother of the struggle story. You know what I'm saying? How long you been the brother of the struggle? You know what I'm saying? And kind of go into what that means.
Well, I was born into the struggle, being black, being from the area where I'm coming from, which is economically destroyed. And I was born to a steel worker and a police officer. And yeah, it was like, the story started off rocky. Being born, my parents get divorced. My pops get those 2 days confused. My mom was police. She was walking the beat while she was pregnant with me. So it goes down like that. That was my first job. Then we get into, after being born, and it's like, I only have one sibling at this time. It's my brother. He's born with sickle cell. So he was born in a hell of a struggle also. And so the person I look up to, that's what it is. He's sick. I had to take him a lot of the time. So it was just shaping out from the beginning, real Marky. Going to my life, start identifying myself in elementary. I actually adopted the name Suave after seeing a Rico Suave video. I liked the way it was spelt. It was just when I saw the word, it was like, Suave. And I liked the way it sounded and everything. I went and wrote it in my room on my wall and little things I used to write in my room with my marker. And so my brother started calling me C Suave with the first initial from my first name and calling me Suave. And then as I grew up, I say, right after elementary. No, actually, about the fifth, sixth grade. About the fifth, sixth grade, well, my brother made the statement after me following him for so long, like, stop following me. So the thing we used to do where I was from, you put rocks in your pocket from the street. In case you got to throw them at somebody, you get you a stick. In case you got to hit somebody, And that's what I did. And I just started walking, and I came amongst a group of brothers who was just standing on the porch. And so I just mobbed up there on some hard shit. I just mobbed up there and just stood there, and the conversation died down, and everybody like, "You from over there?" Woo woo. I'm like, "Yeah." Me being young and not knowing, they know who I am already. And so it was like, "Oh, you you so and so and them little brother." This I'm like, "Yeah." And they like, "So you must be and they called me, the disrespectful word for the vice lords." And I didn't know what it was. I just knew I wasn't supposed to be it. And I was like, "Nah." And true story. It was like, "So you folks?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they know, you know what I'm saying? And so really they just took off on me. You know what I'm saying? Take off meaning swinging, trying to see what my heart was. And I could always take an ass whooping pretty well. You know what I'm saying? That's why, I was good at fighting, because I didn't feel the pain or whatever, and I could always swing back and do something. But it was like I just took it so well. I didn't break down and try to run or cry and like that. Like none of that hit my mind. It was just like go, and they was really. It wasn't even it was just a jump, and they wasn't being official. But it was like after that they was like, dang, that's crazy. And I never forget it. Raymond, rest in peace. He took me under his arm. He was like, man, I like your heart. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I like how you fought back. You know, like I don't know why you tried to play us or whatever it was. He had to talk with me. And I grew up a little bit that day. And I just explained to him like, shit, I didn't know what it was, but he put me on the game, and that's where I dropped a C from my name and I added the BOS, brother struggle, and it just sang out to me. You know what I'm saying? Like being from the Gangster Disciples of the Growth and Development. When I heard that BOS, that brother struggle, I instantly took to it like I did Suave, and it was just Suave boss. I tattooed it on me, and I just been, you know, evolving and maturing as that person under that term ever since. You know what I'm saying? So, needless to say, growing up in Gary, you make a reputation in the streets, and that reputation started to precede me, and so Suave Boss started to take its shape. You know what I'm saying? Like before I even get to certain places, and whether or not they got to learn the real me and know the real me, the name, gained some notoriety, and it was just like, yeah, that's me. But like in the street, it's just people, they try to make you to the extreme version of what they heard, even if it's just a rumor. And so I had to set a lot of that straight, because at the end of the day, I'm still Suave. You know what I'm saying? Like just because I know I'm in a struggle, it's not like I'm not a game banger. I don't say, "Ooh, look at the Vice Lords in red, let's get them." I look at it like the Gangster Disciples and the Vice Lords are brother and sister nations. You know what I'm saying? This is how we formed ourselves, grouped ourselves, separated ourselves, and stood on our laws. But just because it's another group of people who did that, don't mean that we against them. It's not Democratic Republic. This ain't, none of that cracker stuff. So it's just it captured me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it captured me. It identified me perfectly. And that's how my music sounded. That's how my attitude was in life. That's how I handle my relationships. And so I just been brother, but like Suave Boss for many, many, many rotations of this earth, man. So that's it. Suave Boss, brother struggle. GI, stand up.
So this transformation, how do you relate your individual experience to the collective experience of your brothers and your sisters in the struggle here in the diaspora and the mother continent? What's our struggle?
Yeah. Well, personally, like I said, it's just not being accepted by the definition that you see yourself being comfortable under. You know what I'm saying? It's like every mind is reflected, but ours, the black man and the black woman. Um, it's only accepted in the ways that the non-blacks accept it. Like you could be a basketball player, you know, you could be a rapper, you could be this and the other. Same thing in the street. It's a disconnect of family, and so kids recognizing problems, they come up with solutions, and so gangster disciples, vice lords, Crips, Bloods, these were solutions coming from the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like we could we like our parents is kind of in a rut, whether it's just poverty or addiction or working or whatever it is. We can kind of do better on our own, and at the same time maybe relieve some of that stress. So it's like us looking at that as a whole, saying, hey, it's pretty messed up as a collective. Maybe we could group on our own, recognize ourselves, define ourselves, and do something, you know, and get recognized nationally, internationally, globally, or whatever. Which, like a lot of their street gangs, like the Bloods, is pretty prominent. They recognize they recognize by the United States of America and stuff like that. I just hope they're doing right by that. But that's the transfer. I guess the correlation of the struggle from the streets to the struggle as a black man. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of the propaganda that go against you, a lot of the fear that's pushed out there, so that people have this prejudice against you when they meet you, and they think that a black man is a slave, and they think Gangster Disciple is a gang member, but the gang members were the crackers who had the Tommy guns with the suits that went on to be governors and senators and presidents. Like we are strictly, like everyone can at the point in time that the world is at now, you can look at our condition and understand anything we do, because everyone else, given that same situation, did that and worse. So it's like, you know, our struggle is real, and that, I guess that's one of the things that shaped me too. Looking at our condition, and it's like as a child, not really much mattered. So I guess I didn't see it. So it was like, yeah, we got toys or this, that, and the other, clothes. As it stopped being, you know, so fast, the memories and the times, and I'm under the guidance of my mother and my father, and I see the condition of the food and the clothing change. My stepmother was on crack, and my father was working doubles and triples. And so then when I would go outside and talk to other people, and then I would learn their struggles, like, oh, your mama on crack. Your daddy not here. He's in dead. He's in jail. He's dead. Oh, that ain't your real dad. Both your parents are like, it just click at a certain point in time. Like, no, this can't be our condition. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to do something about our condition. And so here we are. Even as a black man, I'm saying, man, this ain't right. No one else has to go through this. We need to do something to change our conditions. So our struggle is the common bond that I choose to unite with. And I think that's the only way we can ever get out of it. Knowing what you can afford to worry about and knowing what you have the privilege of addressing. And, a lot of people are getting conversations or agendas or, experiences off of credit that you didn't earn. A lot of conversations are being had premature. So don't forget the struggle. A lot of people are getting out of the view of the struggle, and I guess they're getting disconnected from the struggle. And so now it's like, well, what about black on black? Or why don't you pick yourself up out of bootstraps or whatever it is? So yeah, that's I guess a multi-layered answer of multiple correlations between the two struggles. which is, the same struggle. One created the other.
So how did you get into MCing?
Um, my earliest memory with music, early music, mid 80s, right? Late 80s, a lot of pop songs, um, get you into music. You know what I'm saying? Music is good. Who don't like music? And then comes a KRS-One tape that either was my older brother's or something like that, but I got it somehow. It was a white cassette tape. And I put it in 1, 2, 3. It's the group we call BDPE. They sounded like me. They didn't sound like Bon Jovi. And if you want to take it to the tip top, it just spoke to me. I was like, okay, bet I can listen to this again. That was the first time that I was like, yeah, okay, I can listen to this again. I got a tape. I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna play it. And then I started mimicking it. If you want to know, I got the flow. If you want to know, I go to the stove. If you want to know, and my brother would just tell me, like, stop saying if you want to know. And so I would have to make every line different. Like, okay. And I just kept doing that. Out comes Outcast, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky Music, my second tape. It sounds different than KRS-One. This one has another energy to it. They, it's a little like the cadence is different. The mood is different. The beat is different. And it's just like, after that, I couldn't stop rhyming. I had already made my mind up. I'm gonna make songs. I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna rap. When I see people, I want to talk about it. You rap. You heard this. You heard that. Then I would, rap with people. And by the time I came around like the third grade, it was like I was writing poems and songs, selling them to my teacher for class assemblies and stuff like that, plays and stuff like that. And one day I was in class and I had wrote this poem called The Flying Squirrel. And I didn't know it was about flying. I didn't know about flying squirrels. I found out about flying squirrels. Had my brief period of being, interested in them, and I wrote a poem. That was like the next poem I wrote. And I wasn't popular in school. I was secretly popular in school. It wasn't popular to like me in school, but everybody liked me. But so I got up. It was my time to read my poem. I read the poem. Some of the boys talking. This girl named Jasmine Taylor. Was it Jasmine Taylor? Said, "Can y'all shut up? I want to hear his poem." And that was like the first time I ever got attention. That was the first time that I ever had that feeling that it was like, no, not that, this. And the this was me. And so that gave me pride, gave me confidence. And by the time I left elementary, I was like, getting around other people who could rap or starting a conversation and actually making sure that when we had free time, we was flowing over a beat. So that's the beginning of that up to a certain extent.
So you named Outkast and you named KRS-One as some of your earliest exposures. Now, who was some of your early influence, and where did you draw some of your early influence um, musically to
Yeah,
kind of help you along?
absolutely. KRS-One and Outkast were my first influences, other than Big Daddy Kane stuff I would hear on the radio, right? Yo MTV Raps or whatever it was.
Hmm.
So we like Big Daddy Kane, you know. who was it? Was it Full Force or Full House? It was one little group used to go.
Yeah, 4-4.
Um, yeah. See
I
what I'm
was in the
saying?
first house party and shit.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? They caught my attention. It was the people that was putting out there. Then once I got to jumping around and actually looking for music, it was over with like Dayton Family, Dayton Family, Top Authority. We had 8 Ball MJG, UGK. UGK was like the third album that I had that I would bump back to back. So and it was like UGK. We had stuff like Mystical. I had stuff like what was it? Ice Cube. We had MCA back then. I remember that one song. My God, spit fire. My pistol tell me shoot that. Yeah, it was like that guy. You know what I'm saying? When that gangster rap came out, it was like, oh, okay, bet. And the real gangster rap, not the one that just like it, like I could say, kind of say like MCA, Spice One, where it's just there to just try to scare you. But the Cubes, the the DOCs, like the Goody Mobs, um, it was the people who spoke that struggle shit. It was like the reflection of our life, where it actually put you right there, or it showed you the commonality. Like, dang, you wake up and do that too, or you go through that too. So I drew to a lot of them. It's a slew of them. I got Twister, Shauna, and Tifa from Chicago. Shauna ended up joining DTP. I used to bump her stuff, man, and pick up off her cadence. It was Brother Lynch Hung. I love Brother Lynch Hung. E40. Loved E40. A local group. Will Skrilla and Rick Gilla set it off. Local group, the MCGs, Hits, who been through Blog Talk Radio, set it off in me. Psychodrama, did I say it already? Psychodrama Nuisance that I interviewed, set it off for me. Um, man, wow, it was like a slow, of course, Pop, sorry, Pop, Big was, um, I didn't get enough of Big. Like, I don't want either of them to be gone, but I didn't get enough of Big. Like it was like dropping your plate in the middle of that. Like, you halfway through, you finish your water too early. You go get some water, come back, knock your whole plate down. I never get that back, and I wasn't done with it. Like, that was Biggie for me. Of course, we had Bone, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Man, it was like Boss, the female rapper Boss. Like, we was going in there, like, I wasn't a big No Limit fan, but they definitely uh control like the sound of the 90s to an extent. But I never like it. They weren't like the hardest people as far as cadence, rhyme cadence, and delivery and timing. That's what would get me. The beats, like No Limit beats, wasn't hard to me or none of that shit. Um, Juvenile, Juvenile, Cold. Uh, it was like that. Like, the Hot Boys was cool, and I would suffer through it. Like, but like at that point in time, Wayne wasn't impressive to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, BG had potential, but clearly didn't show up hard enough. In Turk, I liked him as a person, but he didn't do enough as an artist. So it was like real funny. Like, most of the stuff that people would like, I wouldn't just be drawn to, but it would be like some stuff that I would hear over here, be like, ooh, you can't deny that. So that's just it. But I definitely stayed away from the radios. I missed the whole Nelly vibe, man. I never got into that. But yeah, I pretty much like had my ear on rap this whole time. You know what I'm saying? I've been here, and just if it's just I missed a lot of the local artists that won from where I was from. Like Big L. I wish I would have been on Big L when Big L was here. Big L was hard as shit. Big L was hard. Jada, hard. I caught on to Jada late though. Like I had to go back and reestablish myself with East Coast rap because East Coast rap it was like the opposite of the brother struggle. It was like everything's fine and we balling over here. You know, knew this, that, and the other. That's what I was shown. Once I matured and got to looking, then it was like the old dirty bastard is God. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole Jada, because I even appreciate Styles P. Uh, who else we got coming up out of there? It was like I didn't really mess with Trick Daddy. I mean, shout out to him. He was a hustler, stuff like that. But that was it. And then it was stuff like I guess Domino, Paperboy. It would be just random stuff like that. Tribe Called Quest, like Q-Tip, Sound got me. You know what I'm saying? Um, I liked Black Thought as I matured. It was like, huh, you know what I'm saying? Okay, like where's that at? And you know, of course, all of that got caught up together. So I saw Talib Kweli, and you know, it was oh yeah, Tech and Sway, and I mean Tech and I would listen. I'm like, I don't know about him, but him, he go. And so yeah, he was hard to me. Never was a big Jay-Z fan. Um, I guess it was just just different time that I was at. But man, I got a whole galaxy of people that I would listen to, and I would have they tape cover on my wall. I would take the tape out of the paper out of it, tear because I had to protrude the lines. If you bought the real one, it would have the lines on it. I tear them off, put it against my wall, and tape it, and I would have everybody's stuff just on my wall, man. That I would tape. Like it was just like it's a lot of people, bro. Like I said, I'll probably be better telling you who I didn't mess with. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely went down all the way from the West Coast, East Coast, down South, Midwest. And yeah, that's it. And my people.
So let's talk about your journey through or your introduction into consciousness.
My introduction into consciousness.
Yes, sir.
Um, man, well, December 12th, 1979, I was born. And then I was taught Christmas and Baptist church and NFL, you know. Hey, I used to love to read, of course, hated writing, but like to express myself. Curious, ask questions. I didn't have the stop or the breaks to say, I shouldn't say this or I shouldn't ask this. Um, some people would kick back, or the authority figure of the parents or whatever would have a problem when I didn't understand why, and I was lulled to sleep. 2001, New York, United States. Um, I was laying in my bed, and I had a little cart that I would have my TV on, my ashtray right next to my bed, and so most of the time when I wake up in the morning, I don't get up. I just lay there. So I woke up, turned over, hit the TV, turned back over to do my just lay there face. And I heard the description of the attack has been attacked, a plane, a bomb explosion, this, that, and the other. World Trade Tower been attacked. And so I thought it was the Oklahoma bombing, like they was rehashing it. And then it was like, this is actually happening right now. It was like New York or something like that. which made me turn over like, hold on, what? And I turned over and it was like, boom. And I caught the next plane. And I set up like, what the heck is going on? And then pictures started being released, names started being released, fingers started being pointed. So me, I went right into it, but like, damn, who is these people? Because the United States is the biggest, greatest country on earth. Who are these people? So I went and studied them, and it just was a lie. It was just a blatant lie, and I couldn't ignore it. I didn't want to ignore it, and it was like that was the beginning of the plug being ripped out the back of my head, separating me from the actual matrix. I started to be able to see real life and what they would like for us to pay attention to and ignore everything else. Like I guess you could say I saw the man behind the curtain. You know, I saw the strings. The way I put it is I saw the glitch in the matrix. I saw the stage play and I saw one of the actors stumble the line or something. It just no, that didn't match. And I can't ignore this glitch and just say, okay, here we go, which it seemed like a lot of people did. So my brother Black guy, we would always talk about deep stuff. We were, on the same level. And I was talking about 9/11 and this, that, and other, and then he was like, you ever heard Leo Muhammad? He was like, you ever heard Leo the Lion? I said, no, I ain't never heard Leo the Lion. Who is Leo the Lion? And I imagined Shaka Zulu sitting in the chair that our grandmama used to have, the little straw chair. I really just imagined that, like, what am I finna be introduced to now? And so we went to the crib and looked it up on the PlayStation, Xbox, whatever it was, whatever. No product placement. But yeah, looked it up and I heard him speak and I was like, I've been talking wrong my whole life. Like this is it. This is it. This is what they've been hiding from us. This is what they've been telling us we can't do. This is what I was getting in trouble for as a kid. This is what people sat up here and told me, hush my mouth. Why'd you act? This is it right here. He's talking to the people who's supposed to be getting talked to, asking them the things that he's supposed to be asking them. And I couldn't lower the bar past that. I had to straighten up. I had to walk straighter. I had to talk a little bolder. I had to, just put myself out there. After that, Lil Muhammad, witnessing him, it just let me know, like, I ain't by myself. Let's go. Then I went to Farrakhan. Then I went to Dick Gregory. Then I went to Professor Smalls, Shahrazad Ali. And it was just, here we go. YouTube, uh, PDFs, downloadable books, the lectures. Uh, and that's what I was doing for every day. You know what I'm saying? That was just it. I would just watch YouTube, download PDFs, get, you know what I'm saying? Just started getting in tune with people who was on them lines. And so I could say from like 2001 to like 2009, I was waking up and being unplugged. By the time it got to like 2010, 11, 12, I was like, all right, man. I had my foot set on blackness, black power. Nobody did it like the Panthers. Hampton was the best. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it's over with. I found the truth. I found the key. Until something surpasses this, it's no reason to go back and second guess if I'm making the right move. That's just it. It's not a religion. It's in the sociality of our people. And this is what we're supposed to be talking about. We're not supposed to be talking about the NFL. We're supposed to be talking about homes for our children, school for our children, food for our children, retirement for our people, sustainability, the ability to provide for our adults, the ability to take care of our elders. Like, that's what the conversation is about. And so ever since then, it's been a dwindle of watching TV and having conversations. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of the elders and all of the ancestors who kept the game, the oral traditions, did the studying, and compiled it and brought it together for us to bear witness to it and take it further. The further studying, the further compiling, the further expression. So that's basically how I became, conscious. Yeah.
So how has consciousness now, like you spoke about a myriad of artists and your respect for artistry in regards to reading, in regards to writing, in regards to hip hop influences, how does now this shift in your consciousness affect how you approach the microphone, you know, as a brother of the show?
Um, it was a minute where it was like, man, I ain't cursing no more in my rhymes. Um, after coming out of the oppression, there's an extremism. Like after getting bit by a dog, I don't like dogs. I don't ever want to see dogs no more. And it was just this 100% want to just correct myself in every angle that I could. I want to eat different. I want to talk different. I want to socialize different. It was an extreme. As far as my rap, it's never been like glorifying guns or murder. It's never been the degradation of women or sex, the popularizing of premature sex. It's never been, even the glorifying of alcohol and weed. It's always been social criticism. It's always been social explanation, So I have this I have this struggle. um, I had this growth of how to now represent the person that I am now and not the person that I just was 15 minutes ago, not the person that I grew up in those conditions. There's a want for that. I'm not going to force it. Cause music is fun. You know what I'm saying? Like putting together an album, doing songs, work, I get it. But making music, fun. Listen to the beat, fun. Thinking of something to say, fun. Thinking of the way to say it, actually getting it right, fun. So it was to purposely try to be like, okay, now I gotta rap about, you know, um, Matula. We gotta rap about, Steve Biko. Now we gotta rap about. It was like it was a handicap to me, and I got over it quick. And what I was saying is that rap is rap. When my people going through, it's not a song and it's not entertainment, and it shouldn't be taken as such. Leo Muhammad was a comedian, actor who used to joke about starving Africans with swollen bellies with flies in their eyes. When he took the punchline away, it was a different conversation. Same lines, he just didn't have a punchline and he didn't laugh with the audience. So I decided to be vocal. I decided to start making videos and actually giving speeches. I wanted to do lectures. I wanted to rent out places, go around and talk what nobody talked to me about. I would be at work and I would say, you know how many towers fell on 9/11? It was like two. I would ask people, do you know the Federal Reserve is not a federal entity? And they wouldn't know. So it was like, okay, It's time to talk. It's time to speak up. I can't let another generation go past being this ignorant, not being this ignorant, when all we know is guns, gangster movies, drugs, cars, all the stuff we couldn't really afford that we felt like we had to act like we were professionals in. So it really didn't affect my rap past. It really didn't affect my rap past, I guess, the adaptability that I did when I said when I got to curse. When I started back cursing, I didn't curse as much, or the ability that when I say, well, I'm gonna make sure I mention Dick Gregory, this time the other, the extremity of making sure every bar was about them. It was like I talk about them more, but I wouldn't use my music because music is looked at as entertainment. And when I talk to you about these things, I want you to know I'm serious. I want you to know I'm serious. It's not even a product to be sold. If I feel like I could make a revolutionary song, I would. I don't think I can. I don't think that I can make the next, war, hood, good God. I'm black and I'm proud. The next, like, but I could talk it every day. But every day I could get on here and I could give you hours of what we need to do, our condition, the things that's too big for us to realize that exist, back. Like I could do that. I could do that. So it was like Dick Gregory when he stopped joking and was serious, the stuff he was saying. Like I said, man. So the reflection of my consciousness in my art has always been there. It's always been there. And I just think it's just reflecting in all other aspects of my life. How I build my relationships with people, how I pick a spouse, how I eat, what I watch, what I hear, you know, it's affected all of that. But as far as my music, like honestly, I could say you could go back as far as you want to and you could always hear something that say, he's speaking, to a greater crowd. He's not just trying to get the attention of this corner. You know what I'm saying? Like I always had a president bar, you know, or her. You know what I'm saying? Like just why are things this way? How can things be this way here and be this way just over this imaginary line? I always had that. But I plan on doing some conscious music. I plan on doing some RPG music, some Black Power music, because I want to. I don't want to be left off that list of people who are in music and could have performed with Tahir RBG or Judas Priest or Judah Priest or you know, it's just yeah. I wanna be in that. So this is a goal that I got in rap. Like I said, I don't want to force it. And I don't want to just call, I'm back, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm like, nah. I want real, actual songs that people get a vibe to. That be like, damn, now that's hard. Like that's really hard. It's like when you hear a battle rapper make a good song, or we can stay where we at. When you hear a conscious person make a good song, it's like conscious songs have a tendency to be whack. You know what I'm saying? But to get a beat that puts you in that zone with that mug on your face, like, ooh, let me take this breath and get this bar out. To have the chorus that make you say, I can't wait to hear the verse that complements this chorus. They finna go in. And to have the verse that say, I couldn't have said it no better. That really don't happen in conscious music. And so I plan on making it to the RBG Music Fest this year. So I at least got a couple up my sleeve and then we'll see how I go. yeah, we'll see how it go. But like I said, yeah, my consciousness has always been on my music, even before I recognized myself as conscious. It was just always addressing a bigger issue, you know, speaking solutions. Um, and that's just it. It's affecting me outside of music tremendously. You know, man, that's just it.
Yeah, y'all hop in there with Matilda, full of smooth lyrics. I mean, it's queen. You know what I'm saying?
Fact,
You and your queen.
fact,
Hit the
fact.
highway. Long ass ride. They drove. That's some that's some road warriors right there, yo. For real.
No
Okay.
time machine, no spaceship.
Man,
Yeah.
yeah. I had a little trek, but my trek wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Trek wasn't like that. Yeah, be happy to see you. I'm snatching the mic from anybody. Like that's my brother right there. I don't care where you at.
Fact.
Watch out, fam. Watch out, fam.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
You already know, big bro.
You cover other aspects of music, like some engineering, like some producing, some of that. You know, um, how do you meld all those minds together? You see what I'm saying? Like you, you could be doing everything. Like you like the ultimate cornerman. You know what I mean? Like so, if you looking at a fight, it ain't like you can't fight. Like you can't just hop in the ring and fight. You see what I'm saying? That's the
Yeah.
MC. But a fighter don't really get the whole experience of the ring. They focus on the fight. You understand? They focus on what's in front of them, keeping their opponent in front of them. You see what I'm saying? And keeping them on on the defense. You see what I'm saying? So he ain't the cut man, he ain't the corner man. He you see what I'm saying? He ain't the coach and none of that. You see what I'm saying? Like you got to put all of that together and ensure that when that bell ring, your man ready to go. You see what I'm saying? So I see you incorporating all of them in what you do and with people that you're working with just off of who you are. So how are you able to be so adaptable in those instances like that? You see what I'm saying? Because you a bomb ass MC. You hungry too. You see what I'm saying? So that other part you might be A&R. The other part you might just be like, hey, switch that up. Hey, nah, that shit don't sound right. Hey, turn that up, turn that down, blah blah blah. You see what I'm saying? How are you able to move through those avenues that are like um, this is all somebody would do. Like an engineer would just be an engineer. Like a producer would just be a producer. You see what I'm saying? Like an MC could be an MC for 40 years. You see what I'm saying? How are you able to move through so fluidly and make that shit look easy?
Yeah. Nah, my big bro Bingo. Um, like Bingo has always been the only person that I messed with professionally with the music. Um, when I got to the point where it was like we got an age 17, 18, things start getting real, people start forming labels. Um, my childhood friends, Capo and Face, who were in the group called Ken Folks, were recording at TOI Records, which is another friend, Dead Bodies record label, or his father's record label, or his record label that he was working out of his father's garage. And they were all recording there with Ghetto Boys, Sin, Playboy, and Bingo. Um, well, Ghetto Boys end up getting their own studio equipment, taking it to the house. Ken folks started frequenting there, and Cop on Face called me, like, you know, come through and let them hear you rhyme. And so I was like, they already know I had quit rapping before it even got to that point. I'm like, man, ain't no rap scene here. You can't do nothing with no rap. I'm hungry. I'm homeless. I want to work. And it just was unmotivating. So I stopped. So when they called me, I came through Bingo Crib and he was making the beat and rapping. So out the gate, the bar was already set. Um, I never wanted to make beats. I always could beatbox a cold ass bass line with some kicks and some snares, come up with beats, but I couldn't use the equipment. I could make beats in my head that I would be like, psh, and I used to beatbox while other people rap. We would just take it, and then the next person would start beatboxing the same thing so that I could rap. But I never focused on making beats. I relied on Bingo. He was the best I ever heard, especially locally, and so it it like it just had that sound. It just captured the sound of what Gary was to me, what the Midwest was, what my experience it was, and so through time, when I got to the point where we're grown, I gotta have my own equipment, you know. So I buy my own equipment to try to lighten the load on Bingo, be more efficient, figure a way that I could compliment him and take snapping up to the next level. So I got the equipment at home and I tried to make a beat. When to make a beat, uh I liked it. It was simple, but it was mine and it had like some personality to it. It had a couple of instruments that it was like, yeah, you gonna sing that when I cut this off. When you walk outside in your car, you gonna start singing them notes. I haven't actually did anything with any beats that I will make, but one thing that I do is I I if you got some music that you want to record, I'll record you. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the equipment and you know I've learned how to you know track the beat or whatever, put the vocals down, mix it to the best of my ability and get up out of that. And I actually did some work for a guy named Kush that Cass Zach from Sin City the movie. Check it out on YouTube. He came through, did a couple songs, and when I talked to Zach again, he was like, "Bro, like you good." Like you made him sound like a real artist, like a real rapper. He's like, I ain't trying to diss him, but it was like it don't sound like him standing there with the headphones on his head rapping, and I can't hear the beat. When all that stuff come together, and it was just clear, and so that's a hat that I gotta wear now. That I guess I would have been had if I didn't, you know, but procrastinate to get to this point. But yeah, so now I'm recording vocals, mixing it down. So and once I get a few more tips on the beats, I'll be solidifying myself in that lane too. But that's just what it is. So it was a little bit of necessity, you know. And now if you're an artist, man, and you don't got the studio equipment in your crib, man, you got to get studio equipment in your crib. There's nothing like just being able to get a beat emailed to you, putting it in there, recording yourself, and sending it back out. It sucks waiting to schedule studio time, get into the studio, being in somebody else's area while you tired. Like at home, I can take a break, come sit on my couch next to my girl. You know what I'm saying? And then get back to it. There is just like, nah, man, we got 5 hours. Let's go. So that's just what it is. Hopefully it'll be hopefully it'll be this year by the time I actually use one of my beats to actually make a song. I got one called Blue, uh, but I know it needs some work for it to be like considered, good enough. I dare want to insult people who's been making beats that long. Like, even if I just take what I got and send it to G.I. Joe or Bingo and let them finish it or shape it or whatever. That's what it is. But yeah, that's as far as I gotten into producing and engineering. So if you in the Indianapolis area, you need to get some recorded. Yeah, I'm real okay with the pricing. Right.
So your vision with all of the skills that you have and the focus that you have, you know, where you taking brother the struggle as a collective? What are some of the things that you looking to do and looking to see happen?
Well, I'm trying to create a music scene for the Midwest because a lot of us have to go. Well, we have to go out to LA or down to Atlanta or over to New York, and that's just wild, wild, crazy because the people from New York and down south in LA have the privilege of rapping about their surroundings while being in their surroundings and staying connected and grounded to their roots. And we have to go out there and instantly just start adapting other people's culture, and we never really get to reflect us. Nobody is trying to bring anything here to admit that like nowhere looks at us as a music spot, but we're in all of the backgrounds of everything that was created good. So right here, I just want to make it better for people in Indiana and spreading out into Illinois and Michigan and the rest of the Midwest. Is like we have a place to turn our, we have an outlet for our music. We have an economy for our music and our books and our movies and our clothes. And so I want to I want to bring attention to the label, make the money, create the empire, and then put back into Gary and give the Midwest that spot, like that new Motown, or the original Motown for rap, like the original Atlanta for the Midwest, the original LA for the Midwest, the original New York for the Midwest. Like, Chicago is supposed to be that spot. It's not. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to do something in the Midwest to create and substantiate ourselves here so that we can, work from home. Other than that, I want to be able to take funds, and I want to be able to build something for black people. I want to be able to take some land, get some land, and begin to address our wounds and what's going on in our lives. Put our kids in a position that they can actually take our business to the next level, create trade with different cultures, establish ourselves, define ourselves as not the crackhead or gangster or pimp or drug that you were told we was, but like the people who don't super tax you, the people who don't live by getting as much as I can while giving as least as I got to. No. So it's on one scene, like yeah, I want my kids to know that I didn't waste my time in the lane. On the other hand, I want my kids to be able to be solidified, know what the plan is, and never forget, teach it to their kids. To the point where we not just trying to provide whatever type of music that whoever has the money to do it, like, nah, but we actually take control of our rhythmic expression, our music. Who was it? Was it Dolores Tucker or one of them? uh, who spoke against hip hop and said gangster music is turning our kids into gangsters. And I thought, so why you don't put out professor rap, engineering rap? If rap can mold you and make you it just spontaneously, you heard gangster rap, you're a gangster now. If if music is that magical, then why are you stopping Talib Kweli from touching the kids' ears? Black Dog, Mos Def. Why are you stopping those lyrics? Why are they not the Migos, the Drakes? Why are the dope dealers and gangsters, this, that, and the other, which can be reflected in the right light? But if music instantly make you what it is, then where is the lane of mature black rap? Why is it all 15, 16, 17-year-olds? Sure, black people wanted to hear gangster music. People fought to hear Luke. But that didn't mean we totally ignored the music that didn't over sexualize the conversation or brought violence to the table. We were just saying this aspect of us had to be represented too. So now, if rap does that and just turn regular people into gangsters just because it's gangster content, then where's the mature, older rappers who talk about getting your life together, being fooled by the streets, being in a wrong relationship, creating the right relationship, how to treat your girl nice, how to be a father, how to be a mother, how to own a business, how to own a home, how to travel the world, how to create, how to critical think. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want to just create the music that we make and get it accepted. I don't want to continue hearing the black expression that the crackers like to hear, because it really just sounds like they wrote the lyrics and our kids is rapping. Rap about Louis, rap about Gucci, rap about all the stuff that they sell and make profit off of, and none of the stuff that we need. So no, I want to take this music and I want it to reflect us, not what people like accepting us for and is infatuated for. Like, ooh, talk to me about, no, no. I want us to talk to us through our music. And if no one wants to listen and it costs you a couple of dollars, so what? Like you're trading it for your kids' sanity, their health, their social structure. So maybe we have to do a little bit more work distributing it. But that's something we supposed to be doing anyway. Like there's no black distribution. There's no black RCA or Interscope or Universal or whatever's at the top. And I'm cool and I'm cool on that. That never made sense to me. So with our music, I want to reflect the life that I live. I want people to remember the struggle. I want people to be connected to the streets. I want people to embrace their roots in the street and never forget about our brothers and sisters in prison. Never forget about our brothers and sisters who died. Never forget about our brothers and sisters who's on drugs, you know, and remember what created this condition and create the conversation of how to correct it. There it is.
Now let's talk about this conscious plan that you got, and what's the motivation behind the conscious plan, and what does that look like?
Talk about the what, bro?
The conscious plan that you had
Migration
outside
plan.
of the music. Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that.
Okay, my migration plan. Black people migrate. Um, Stop participating in this system as much as possible. Those of us who can drop everything and regroup, let's go. Let's find some land. We got the money. We're all into other expensive things and luxury. So obviously we got the money. We skipped the necessity part, and now we into the luxury conversation. I'm saying bag it up. Let's get into the necessity part so that our children don't have to do unimaginable things just to have a life. So take our money, find some land, physically move there, concentrate our numbers. Of course, build homes, whether it's the ARC homes, the trailer homes. And when I say trailer homes, I don't mean like the trailer home parks, but Bingo, JT from Fig Panamera, they have these. They bring the metal crates in, the like train trailers, and they stack them and they build a real nice house out of it. However it is, get that. The guy who had just created the water machine where it pulls drinking water out of the air, solar panels, whatever we got to do. Once we get together, I believe that we'll take bigger steps and it'll be even more efficient because a lot of people are thinking about this stuff and have the skills to do this stuff. We're just not in the same room now. So move there, build our homes. Those of us who can homeschool, those of us who can work from home, homeschool. Stop going amongst the enemy, the oppressor. Stop going amongst people who don't understand you and don't want you there. Keep misrepresenting you and only accept you in the light that they feel safe in. Influence ourselves for generations. I mean, when your children are born into this world, you don't send them in front of the TV. You don't send them to the cracker doctor. You don't send them to McDonald's. You don't send them to Barney for entertainment. We are creating this. We're not introducing sex prematurely to our children or incorrectly. We're not introducing drugs, alcohol, violence, capitalism, um, unfair treatment. We're not introducing none of that, but we are making them completely aware of how they have to move and how they can move inside of our immediate area and outside when we mix them with other cultures. You know what I'm saying? But we have to move as though we have accepted ourselves. And when someone else doesn't accept us, then we have to recognize that's a problem, not us. Don't take your hat off. Make them respect your fucking hat. So it's like, um, once we're there, we could just die. You know what I'm saying? We only got so much time on this earth. And once it's instituted, and we have children being born into a condition where they're building their own homes, they're providing their own provisions, having their own jobs. I mean, kids having businesses at 12 selling T-shirts or wristbands or hats, goofy stuff like that, washing dishes. Washing cars, cutting grass. These should be real legal LLCs that our children are learning how to deal with money, make money. You know what I'm saying? Um, Once they're born into that condition, you would have to murder us and enslave us again to get us back into the mentality where I have to now leave my mother and father and go work for you. Like, no, we have our businesses. These are our lands. We built these homes. We're planning on buying a satellite so that we can have free Wi-Fi and internet and stuff like that. Uh, so I just, it's it's like a new Tulsa, Oklahoma, I guess. It's a plan that we had before, but with the elephant in the room already covered, we have legal arms. We protect ourselves this time. You know, we make, we make do of the technology we have now and stay in touch with each other globally and make sure somebody's keeping an eye on us. So it's like if stuff do go left, like y'all see what's going down, right? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all wanted the black people to put themselves up by the bootstraps. They did it again, and here y'all are trying to attack them or having some type of confliction with what they're doing. And then once we get there, it'll be, through the businesses that we created, we'll be able to establish trade with other cultures, other countries. Well, through the establishment of trade, people will see, well, they're not savages and they're not animals, they're not drug addicts, they're not this, that, and the other. And then we can create social um, relationships. And then we'll be able to go into other lands and actually purchase land and start our community or civilization or our nation or our family, there also. And once the world see the black man and woman in their correct place, taking pride in themselves and creating and sustaining, and you know, it's like you can't justify the actions that are being justified today after that. After we've established ourselves, and it's like, well, why you don't gotta charge me $100 for something you pay $3 for it? Like, no, I charge you $6 and I go get two, and then I go sell them both for $6 and I go get four, and then I go, you know what I'm saying? So once we have a medical field that says, oh, we cure cancer this way, we cure AIDS this way, paralysis this way, eczema, sickle cell, certain mental health things. Once we show them the African way of healing, the Dr. Sabi way of healing, you can't justify pills that deal with the symptoms and not the actual disease. Once you see a school system where our children are graduating at 14, 15, going into college curriculum, you can no longer justify a school system that have people graduating from high school who don't know how to read, you know? So it's just like that, man. Once they see how we take care of the earth and control the resources and, our spiritual systems, our social systems, our educational systems, our health systems, our judicial systems even, then I'm inclined to believe that the world would embrace and adopt it. That's me, but I'll see next time I come around. But that's what it is, man. The Black Migration Plan. Get some land, concentrate our numbers, influence ourselves for some generations, reprogram ourselves, get all of this Western shit out of our mind that don't need to be there, get all the Eastern shit out of our mind that don't need to be there, correct ourselves spiritually, socially, eat right, and show the world how it was in the beginning when things was, just. That's just it. And then we'll destroy white supremacy, global supremacy, classism. Like, none of that will be able to stand with us influencing the world. It just wouldn't. So that's the plan right there that that I'm gonna die making sure come into fruition. Hopefully at a late ass age. Hopefully I live to be at least 150. 150, I might be tired, but you know, hopefully I just wouldn't want to speak a shorter life into existence. But yeah, that's what I want to spend my life doing, man, is having this conversation and actually bringing it into, the realm of possibility and then into the realm of becoming. Like that's just it. We get some land, throw up some cribs there, move there. That next generation of kids will speak different, walk different, eat different, love different, hate different. And once you witness that, you cannot go back. Somebody would have to really literally come attack you and brainwash you again and force you to say, I'm supposed to be working for you to go buy basketball tickets. Like, nah. No, 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 no. I pick up my father's and my mother's business, and we spend another generation solidifying it, and that's just it. That's what the migration plan is. The bit, yeah.
Final remarks before we wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Since you ain't gonna let us hear no music, you just gonna have to roll.
I wasn't
You
even
just gonna have to
finished.
roll out. You understand what I'm saying? We just gonna have to roll out. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man, it's this one of the few times I will. because y'all gonna get tired of hearing me. I'm definitely gonna flood with some music this year. But love you, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Knowledge born alive. Do the knowledge radio. That's my last remark, man. Everybody else, man. Like keep y'all head up so you see the bullshit coming. Strength to you in real life. I really do give a fuck about y'all. I really want your kids to be healthy. I really want your spouse to be healthy. I really want your bills paid. I really want you comfortable and enjoying yourself later in your day and later in your days.
Mm.
That's it. Black African power, Black African peace, Black African unity, man. Black power and then peace, not peace and black power. Let's get it right. Other than that, man, support, snapping off King James 13, Type of the Ink, Gold Mine Tree Tribe, AOR, SVDL, Solar Rapid Fire, Psychopathia. Hit up Renee Black Graphics on Facebook, Finny Graphics. Hit up Bingo for everything else, Z for everything else. Shout out to Cash, shout out to my kids, man. I love y'all, my junior, Jadea, Shadar, Jabez, Yana Mama, Tatiana, Dejan, man. Like, that's it, man. Shout out to my queen Katrina, and that's it, man. Strength to my brother AWOL. That's it, man. We'll be back. We'll be back, man. Make sure y'all pay attention to this channel. Go back, watch everything that he ever streamed, and brace yourself for the next 2,000 streams, because they definitely as hell is fucking coming. So that's just it right there, man. That's it. Shout out to Goldmine, Brandon Bay, Radical, the brothers. You know what I'm saying? And we in this thing, man. Shout out to Bingo, my music partner Z, my music partner, whole another side of the business thing, G.I. Joe, Boo, Northside, Bender, KYS. That's it, man. That's it.
So, that's what's up. Now I got to do my commercial before we get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I got to. Anyway, in the
Yeah,
world. Otherwise, I do a whole nother stream and I'll be showing y'all this apparel all night till like 8 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
that's it.
8 o'clock.
DTK Apparel in your
Ugh.
face.
In your face. Yes, in your face.
That's it. Let's wear us, man. There's no reason for Adidas, Nike, Reebok to be on your chest. Ain't no reason for Louis, Gucci, none of that to be on your pants. Let's wear us, man. Get you a Do the Knowledge Radio shirt. Get you
Good.
a snapping off shirt. Get you a super
Yeah.
solid shirt. Get you a
Right.
everything. That's it. That's it. Wear us, man. Let's advertise
And it's
us.
shipping out. It's shipping out. You get it, and it's
Yeah.
shipping out. You get it. So you
Shipping out
get
as we
it
come pick it up.
a day. They ain't coming to pick it up because ain't nobody here. Ain't, ain't
They
coming to
come
pick
pick
it
it
up.
up from the air.
It's shipping out. You know what I'm saying? This stuff going in the mail,
Black with the color
and you get
tag.
it, and you get it
Said
in
black with the
two
green, get
days.
the gold white.
2 days. You getting it in 2 days. Where they do that at?
They don't.
My house shipping on hand shipping is faster than my website.
Hmm.
Think about that.
Yeah. It probably take more to
I,
order than anything.
yeah, I
Yeah, that's
tell
my
you,
joint
and
right there.
that's it right there.
That's my joint right there. That black with that gray. Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're.
Yeah, the hoodie
You're.
already gone. Somebody got it today. You see what I'm saying? So like you sleep on it, man. Every
There we go.
hoodie, you know, 1X and 2X in the shirts, 2X in the hoodies. They out the door, man. Out the door.
Yeah, that's the
Well,
one I got on that Midwest music focus
yeah, yeah,
picture. Yeah,
yeah.
I gotta do it.
Got the first one. You know what I'm saying? Got
Yep.
the first one hot off the press, and you got it in 2 days. So you see right here, somebody who got they idols in 2 days. Ain't nobody get scammed. We ain't playing.
You know, scam. We come together as a
The web
team.
the website took about like a week or so to get some stuff out, but Like this, it's like 2 days. Saying priority shipping, priority
Man.
shipping.
And we
Um,
are a family, so I mean, have patience with your family, man.
right.
Why? I mean, you can get it in 2 days. Why press it though? Like it's just simple as that. We gotta have that leniency, because it's a lot of catch ups in a lot of games, and we don't got that insurance. Sometimes
Right.
it take for me to come out of my pocket to fix something, and it's gonna take more time, no matter what my heart want to do. So as far as time, man, yeah, be patient.
And I want it like that. I want that kind of guarantee. I worked in logistics for 17 years, time on target with meeting and exceeding customer demands. You shipping all over the planet. I want that kind of guarantee. You see what I'm saying? And if it's not going to be there in 2 days, I'm letting you know 2 or 3 days. What it's going to be. You see what I'm saying? So
Yep.
because I don't want no miscommunication. Because y'all heard my man Ricky. I heard my man Ricky Kelly. You know what I'm saying? These YouTube streets documentary coming soon. You see what I'm saying? So these streets is unforgivable. You understand? They unforgivable. So I ain't about to be listed as scammer for $20 because they'll have
Yeah.
1,700 strings on you for $20. You know what I'm saying? So good.
On my life, have you a cartoon, a
Right,
mascot, and everything.
right, right. Oh, did that shit last night? And then ain't here this morning.
Hey, let me go live.
This motherfucker. See, fam, I sent him 75 emails between yesterday and this morning. Where my shit at? I ain't getting no response yet. I'm gonna
Hey.
call him. I'm gonna call him while I'm on live and see if I can get him on the phone. I learned them lessons, man. Shout out to those who had to bear that brunt to understand that exceptional customer service, man. Get you repeat business. That's like one on one. And if I'm calling you family, I'm calling you brother, calling you sister. You need that. You need that above and beyond. And I'm not charging shipping. It's associated in the cost.
Shipping like $40.
It's associated in the cost. Like you don't have to deal with anything other than
No,
it coming to your doorstep.
none of that. two
You see what I'm
days.
saying? Yeah, 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 yeah. What you think it costs for it to come to you in 2 days? I'm not trying to add nothing to it.
A
I just
shirt,
want the process to just be streamlined. You see what I'm
a
saying? Like,
home shirt.
yeah, yeah. It's care to that brand. You know, so we out here to support these community projects and things we're doing. Scholarships, backpack drives, sack lunches over the summertime, meeting communities, holding them down, haircuts, clothes, going back to school, all of it, all in what we really doing. So we've been on here too long. I got like a 1 hour time limit for YouTube. Shout out to Suave. You understand what I'm saying, brother? The struggle, man. The joint dropping this year. It's about to be crazy. Brother the Struggle book series coming out. Brother the Struggle movie coming out. Brother the Struggle documentary coming out. All of that. Midwest
Cartoon.
music focus. The series is out. Another bomb ass interview today. You see what I'm saying? Like real life, real people, real stories, and stories of transformation. That's why I'm loving and I'm feeling it. You see what I'm saying? Uh, so much, so much, so much. Coming soon to a theater near you.
Thank you for
Y'all
your
seen
time,
the
Mr.
Shotters? Y'all seen Rude Boy? Y'all about to see Brother of the Struggle. Y'all seen Belly? You know what I'm saying? I've seen all of that shit before.
Brace yourself.
Uh, Brace yourself and embrace yourself.
Brace
Brace
yourself and
yourself and
embrace
embrace yourself. Yeah, I got that shit from Suave.
it.
We we out.
You're
See some Black Power. Catch me outside. How about that?